good morning. Welcome to the second interactive video that I'm doing, which is going to be on the beginning of 9 vibes. A lot of people have been asking me if I can break this down for them, if I can go through the slides the way that I did the playground. So here we go. All right, 9 vibes. If you knew the significance of 3, 6, and 9, you would have the keys to the universe. This is the foundation of 9 vibes, okay? Nikola Tesla said it. He said a lot of other quotes that align with vibration, frequency, and energy. But this is the one that really is the foundation of 9 vibes. All right, so we're going to start with something that is called vortex math. Vortex math essentially is a repeated pattern of numbers that creates a vortex, as you can see right here, which is the deepest structure in the universe. And it is the key to understanding all of math, all of physics, all of metaphysics, and all of medicine. So how does it work? Well, every single math pattern, from binary to the Fibonacci, it's a sequence. It follows a pattern. And so does vortex math. And so the pattern that you're looking for is going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. And then it's going to go 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. It's just going to keep repeating itself over and over and over. All right, I'm going to show you what that looks like. By using basic doubling, so 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 4 times 2, you're going to see the pattern emerge by doing something that is called casting nines. And casting nines is very simple, although it sounds complex. Anytime that you have an answer or a result or an outcome that is more than 1 digit, so we'll take the number 16, all you do is take the remaining digits and add them together until you finally get to the place where you have 1 digit. Okay, it's called a digital root. It's basically just adding all of the numbers that come before until you have 1 digit. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So we'll go 1 times 2 is 2. So you start with 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Well, there's your 2. 2 times 2 is 4. There's your 4. 4 times 2 is 8. There's your 8. 8 times 2, though, is 16. And that's normally at the place where someone would be like, well, that can't be 7. It doesn't fall into the pattern. But the truth is that when you deal with digital roots, you add the remaining digits. So if you have more than 1, you just need to add it together. So 1 plus 6 is 7. Well, there's my 7. 16 times 2 is 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. So there's my 5. So you never stop adding at the end of your result until you have 1 singular digit. Okay? That's how you cast nines. That's how you find a digital root. It's just keep adding. So 32 times 2 is 64, and 6 plus 4 is 10. Again, we still have 2 digits, so we got to add them one more time. 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay? And as you can see, there's your pattern. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. Now, I'm pretty sure at this point you're saying, okay, who cares? It's, simple multiplication. So let's go to the next. It is going to continue forever. 64 times 2 is 128. 1 plus 2 plus 8 equals 11. And 1 plus 1 equals 2. There's your 2. So the next one I know for a fact is going to be 4. Well, 128 times 2 is 256. 2 plus 5 plus 6 equals 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Next one's going to be 8. 256 times 2 is 512. 5 plus 1 plus 2 equals 8. And 512 times 2 is 1024. 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 7. So it's going to keep going forever. 1024 times 2 is going to be 2048. And when you add it, you end up with 5. 2048 times 2 is 4096. And when you add it, you get 1. So the pattern that will continuously repeat when you are multiplying by 2s is going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. When you're doubling, that's what you're going to see. Okay? But it doesn't just apply to doubling, and it doesn't just apply to 2s. It actually applies to 3s as well. I'll do a video later where if you apply the Aurora Borealis, which is where the snake that ends up going full circle to eating its own tail, which is A plus B, B plus C, and C plus A equal the result, you end up with 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1 as well. All right? Now, taking 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and 1 and putting it on this system right here that you can see starting with 9, because 9 is the most important of this system. You have a circle that has 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and when you take that 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, or that 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and you apply it to this, you see something that is really awesome. So let's do it. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to 5, 5 to 1. All right. This is a very powerful symbol. All right. It is, Tesla talked about it being an energy symbol. So it never stops. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. It is a pattern that is going to repeat forever by itself. And when you understand how your heart works, when you understand how compassion works, when you understand how kindness works, you'll learn that this is actually inside of you. And this symbol right here is the thing that self-sustains your own energy. Okay? But we'll talk about that later. Right now, I'm just going over the basics of 9 vibes. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1 creates an energy pattern. All right? Now, what's really cool about this, too, is that inside of this energy pattern, if you were to take if you take a positive and a negative and you were to have them move at the same time, they would strike at this point right here and reverse each other. So they would affect each other. So one would become negative and one would become positive, one would become positive and one would become negative. But it is self-sustaining. It will never stop. Okay? And that is very important and also very awesome about this. All right? This is vortex math. It is the pattern that self-sustains and continues moving by itself. All right. Now, I said that you could double it. I said that you could also use the aurora borealis, or you can also reverse it. All right. Half of 1 is 0.5. Well, there's your 5. Half of 5 is 2.5. 2 plus 7, 2 plus 5 equals 7. There's your 7. Half of 7 is 3.5, and 3 plus 5 equals 8. Half of 8 is 4, half of 4 is 2, half of 2 is 1. There it is again. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. And it's reversed, so it's going to start from the bottom. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. And it will continue going as well forever. You can make them as small as you want. You can make them as large as you want when you're doubling. It will always end up being 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. Okay? All right. So every single number on that circle also equals 9. There are also 3 hidden triangles that can be found. All right, so let's look at the equaling to 9. Well, you've got 1 plus 8. Okay, so 1 across from it, 8 equals 9. 7 and 2. 7 plus 2 equals 9. 6 and 3. 6 and 3 equal 9. And 5 and 4. 5 plus 4 equal 9. This circle is the perfection of the number 9. All right? Well, let's look at the triangles that are hidden inside of it. The first triangle is 1, 4, 7, and it is 1, 4, and 7. There's your first one. Your second triangle is going to be 2, 5, and 8. That is going to be 2, 5, and 8. That's your second one. And your third triangle is going to be 3, 6, and 9. So 3, 6, and 9. And that's your third one. Okay, and what is so awesome about that is when you add 1, 4, and 7 using the math we're talking about, you end up with the number 12. Well, 1 plus 2 equals 3. When you add 2, 5, and 8, you end up with 15. And 1 plus 5 is 6. And when you add up 3, 6, and 9, you end up with 18. And 1 plus 8 is 9. The most amazing thing about this is that these are not only really awesome triangles to look at, this is the foundation of music. These are frequencies. 741 is a frequency. 2, 5, and 8 is a frequency. It is not only a frequency that we're talking about, it's a frequency that science uses to put into the ocean to send a vibration that cleans it of oil. I can show you videos where they've actually shown this. These are powerful frequencies. And so you can find them by just using vortex math. You can also find them in other ways that I have posted on my page, but this is just the basics of vortex math. And so inside of the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circle, you also find the 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5 pattern, which also reveals the 3 triangles of 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 3, 6, and 9. I mean, that is awesome. I don't know how to explain that any better at this point. That is absolutely awesome. And that is just the start of all of this. All right. So Tesla asked himself, I wonder what happens if you start messing with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. A lot of his books, a lot of his research is based off of the numbers 3, 6, and 9. So I'm going to show you exactly what happens. Something strange happens when you start messing with the 3, 6, and 9 that changes the vortex math pattern. When you double. When you're doubling by 3, 6, and 9, you'll see that 3 times 2 is 6. But 6 times 2 is 12. And 1 plus 2 equals 3. So right away, we notice that we broke the vortex math pattern by doubling with a different number. So 3, 6, and 9 stand out as the pattern, as the pattern breaker of vortex math. Okay? And that's important because full circle is vortex math is the physical pattern of our universe. 3, 6, and 9 is the metaphysical patterns. Okay? So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. They're reversed of each other. 9 times 2 is 18, which 1 plus 8 equals 9. So what you learn from this is that 3 and 6 will always equal each other, but 9 will always equal itself. All right? Okay. Also within the 3, 6, and 9, when you're dealing with adding or multiplying, you get a swing between the two. Okay, so 1 plus 2 is 3, and 2 plus 4 is 6, 4 plus 8 is 3, 8 plus 7 is 15, which is 6, 7 plus 5 is 12, which is 3. They're constantly swinging back and forth with each other. There's something very balanced and also creative about 3, 6, and 9. It just keeps going back and forth.